Guys, we have something exciting coming. We have our tour coming, so make sure that you click on the description where you get to find out more about the tour on our Party 4. Sign up to the Party 4, guys. I'm going to be texting you soon, period. What's good in the hoodie, guys? It's your girl, MJ and the Bizzle, back again on a hump day. Happy Wednesday, guys. Honestly, I do love Wednesdays, but Wednesdays feel a little bit different now that I'm filming every single day. Usually Wednesdays is like the things that we anticipate when we step into the scene, because we don't step into the scene often, but I've been filming like basically every single day. So this is another day of filming. Where do we even start with this episode, guys? So Natalie Nunn came onto our show the other day. Well, last week she came onto our show. We had an amazing time. Again, the numbers are doing crazy. The love is crazy. I love every single one of you. But there's an interesting part of this saga that has now evolved into an internet tussle. So Natalie Nunn came onto the show and basically said that she went on a podcast before, and according to her, there was curtains hanging on the top of the ceiling. She said that the set was curtains, and she was just showing love to my set, and I received the love. I was like, thank you, thank you very much. But then some girlies on the internet start getting upset about that. So right now we're going back and forth on the internet. But I just want to say this, before I even get into responding to the black screen Instagram rants that she made last night. You see me and this Zeze thing, it goes way back. It goes into the Genesis. It goes Genesis, okay? This is not, everyone is thinking, I'm seeing the comments like, oh yeah, Natalie, look what you did. Natalie, look how you start. Nah, baby, this has been a thing for a while. So, here's the tea. 2 years ago, yes, a bitch never forgets. A bitch never forgets. 2 years ago, Zeze came onto my pod, right? I was going through some of the worst internet abuse I've had in my career. If you know, you know. I went on this stupid show, on all these, let me not even start. I went on this stupid show, and then after I did the show, people were attacking me, and not just like attacking me like, oh, MJ, you just said some dumb shit. People were racially abusive. People were coming into my emails. People were messaging my family members. Like, it was mad thing. It was crazy. And I remember because of that, I had to go back on my anxiety medication. So a couple of weeks after I got off the show, Zeze came onto the show. And I remember at the same time that I was going through my internet stuff, Nella was also going through her internet stuff with I'm a Celebrity. So obviously we're sitting down and we're talking about the difficulties of a Black woman navigating mainstream spaces and the racial abuse that we succumb to because of how we look, because we're confident, because we're loud. Obviously, I'm spilling my tea, spilling my heart out to Zeze because this girl has been beaten up and down her whole career. They're always abusing her. So I'm like, abuse, like she gets it. So I'm telling her what's happening. And I'm telling her what I'm going through, my emotional state. I'm like, Zeze, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with all these things? She's there giving me big mommy advice. I'm taking it. Cool. So I'm thinking, like, okay, I've had an exchange with somebody that, gets me, understands me. 2 weeks later, I've said something on the internet. People have misconstrued what I've said. And people start dogpiling me. People, oh, you dumb. You know how people can be when it comes to me. You dumb. You are an idiot. You're so da-da-da-da-da. Proper me. And guess who was the head honcho leader of the dogpile? Was it not Zeze Millz that was telling me, oh no, if it's gonna be okay, I understand. Like, trust me, all the things that we're going through. Was it not Zeze Millz that was head honcho of the dogpiling that time? So I'm looking at my screen and I'm like, wait. This girl was on my show 2 weeks ago. She knows what I'm mentally going through because you know me, I'm a vulnerable. I'm gonna say how it is. You know what I'm going through. Regardless of if we're friends or not, on a human level, I have shared an experience to you that you have just dismissed, and now you're on the internet talking about some of you girls need. Yeah? Don't worry. And that's where this thing started. Okay? Since that day, I've decided I don't fuck with Zeze Millz. I don't fuck with you. And it was me off because when I first started in this industry, I used to be like, okay, we might not be friends, but I would hate to be the reason that somebody is being bullied or being dogpiled. So when I started deep in, hold on a minute, if you guys watch my show, I don't talk about people. I don't talk about people in the UK. I don't call people out of their name. Only men. Only men. And if you got a problem, shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, is what it is, okay? Y'all know what the fuck you do. If you're gonna be upset, get the fuck off my page. Anyways, I don't be called, especially women, because I know how it feels to be bullied. I know how it feels to be dogpiled. I know how it feels to be like, to be literally attacked on the internet. So why somebody will come and be the architect of that, and then now you're confused now all of a sudden you're confused as to why people are coming for you and coming for your shower curtain hanger of a set. So here's the timeline. Natalie Nunn came onto my show and said that Zeze's set is something that hangs like a living room curtain. There was, obviously, you know, I have my mixologist, Latif, shout out Latif. She said that you came to bring 5% pink Moscato from Sainsbury's. And she was just acknowledging that me, as a Black woman independent, that I've done very well for myself. And I said, thank you. I really appreciate that. Did I say anything else on the pod? Did I insult her? No. I just accepted my flowers and I kept it stepping. After that video was going viral and people clocked that it was Zeze Millz, I think that itself should tell you that you need to reflect. I think that alone should tell you that you need to take this as positive criticism and upgrade. Because how can somebody say, without saying any names, that your set looks like a curtain and automatically people knew it was you? Because your set looks like a curtain. Your set is hanging from a curtain frame. You should have just been like, you know what? Wow, I need to accept it for what it is and I need to upgrade my set. No. Zeze then responded, not awkward at all. Why would it be? Miss Nunn has built a whole career off this kind of thing. Quite predictable, to be honest. I really like my set. Sets are usually reflective of the person's style. I'm more of a clean girl aesthetic, warm, stylish, effortless, cohesive, subtle. Now, to me, I don't know about you guys, but that was very, that there was shade in that. And if you don't understand the timeline, which I'm going to get into, you'll think there's nothing wrong with that tweet. But trust me, I know how to read between the lines. And I know she was trying to take a dig at me. I came back onto my pod and I made a dig back. And I said, yeah, I love having a big, loud, obnoxious hood set because I love a big, loud hood budget. Because we don't do things cheaply over here. That's what I said. Zeze then came back to me. I can't argue with a girl who got gassed about receiving a virtual chain, got handed a Bluetooth chain and was grinning like a Cheshire cat. I'm not gonna lie, I cackled. I cackled because, Natalie, where's my chain? See how you got girls laughing at me? Natalie Nunn, you got girls laughing at me because I haven't received my chain. It's true. Not gonna lie, when I see that tweet, I thought, okay, you did, I'm not gonna lie, did your big one, because where's my chain? Natalie Nunn, where's my chain? And then she put hashtag the blueprint. I find this comment very interesting because just me and you are very different. You can never be my blueprint. You can never be my blueprint because you built a career of berating, insulting and embarrassing people all in the name of interview. I don't do that. I've never had to diss a person in my single life to blow. I've never had to insult someone or insult someone's name or insult someone's character or insult someone's music for people to actually care about what I have to say. You can never be my blueprint, babe. You can never be my blueprint. I replied, the blueprint, but your set is from B&Q and your guests have to climb 12 flights of stairs to get to your studio. Just because you're the first doesn't mean you're the best. You were the first person to do interviews. Okay, I'm going to give you that. I'm not going to take that away from you, okay? But what you're not going to do is try and make it look like you're my mummy. This is where we are now in the conversation. I woke up this morning because for someone that claims that I'm obsessed, you were going on internet rants at 12 o'clock in the midnight while I was sleeping in my man's arms. You went on a whole black screen, emotional, raging Instagram rant while I lay in my man's chest. How can you be telling me I'm obsessed with you? I wasn't thinking about you them hours of the night. I was getting forehead kisses. Again, we are not the same. Anyways, so this is what Zeze had to say for me. I want to respond to this live okay? I want to respond to this bar for bar.
How could I ever see it as an L? A person, Natalie Nunn, went on to Madame Joyce's show and you guys proceeded to talk about me indirectly, not directly. We all know you're talking about me. And that is the clip that is doing the rounds. The clip of your interview that is doing the rounds is of you and Natalie Nunn indirectly talking about me. And
that's one of the clips that's doing the rounds. That is one of the clips that's doing the round. I don't think you did your journalism quite correct, because if you actually look, all the clips that I've posted are doing the rounds. The conversation about Natalie Nunn and Rowley, the conversation about Natalie Nunn and Summer, the conversation about Natalie Nunn and bailing out the baddies. Currently, that's on what, 2.9 million views on TikTok?
Yeah.
Has he checked the numbers?
2.9 exactly.
2.9, almost 3 million views on a clip. And you think your clip is the one doing the rounds? Oh, baby, yours is at the bottom of the barrel. Yours is last in line. And again, what clips have been going around for you, Zeze? The biggest conversation that Zeze is currently in since she interviewed Natalie Nunn is this. And I'm involved.
You and Natalie Nunn indirectly talking about me, and that is what is doing the rounds. False. Why would I see that as an L? Like, I could never, because... And what I find actually quite disheartening about this whole situation, all jokes aside, yeah, is that when Natalie finished my interview, okay, I was like to her, oh, who are you doing now? And she said she's going to Madame Joyce's. It's well known that me and Madame Joyce do not check for each other, okay? And I could have easily said something shady. I could have easily, said something underhanded. I could have easily just said nothing. I literally said, oh, that's going to be a good interview. You're going to have fun over there. Because like I said in the interview, even if I don't like you, we don't check for you personally, I'm not coming for what you have achieved or what you have built. I have never come for anything that Madame Joyce has built or achieved. I respect what she's...
Let's talk about this. What I don't like people that throw stones and then hide their hands. Zeze Millz, you have built a whole career. You have built a 10-year career or 8-year career or however long you've been in the game of undermining, berating, insulting, being horrible and nasty and being a villain in people's story. So how dare you come and sit here and talk about, oh yeah, but I didn't even say any bad thing about her. Yeah, you didn't say anything bad about me today on that day. But there has been plenty of times on the internet where you have used opportunity to dogpile me, and you have used opportunity that when you see people coming for me, you two have to jump on the bandwagon. Don't be playing that game. Zeze, we know you. I don't know if you're trying to do a rebrand or something. I don't know if you're trying to, all of a sudden, you realize that you can't make money off negativity, so now you're trying to come on some sort of moral compass. That's your brand. Your brand is to talk about people. I don't know why you have now you're on some sort of martyr journey right now. Now you want to be holier than thou. Girl, bye. Continue.
Do I like her as a person? No, I don't. But does that take away from what she's built? No. But Madame Joyce, she always wants to be sly and she always wants to have digs. But it's okay. I'm older. And
What do you mean I always? Hazzy, when Bouncer came on the pod a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about Zeze. Bouncer was mentioning everything that happened with Zeze. And what did I say? I said, do you not feel bad the fact that you have been going through online bullying and Zeze is going through what she said has been the biggest online bullying in her life? There was a lot that could have been said. There was some romance. There was some allegation of romances that was mentioned off camera that if I really wanted to be could have mentioned. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. So...
See me, yeah? I don't ever claim to be a girl's girl or any of these things, but these are the women that claim to be girls, yeah? These are the women that come online every day and act like they're for the women, but you're not really. You're for the women that you like. Because like you saw in the interview with Natalie Nunn, I'm not friends with R Fabulous, but I shouted R Fabulous out because why am I going to stop her money? I'm not friends with Lani, but I let her know about Lani. Okay, so all this
pause. Was this not the same girl last year? R Fabulous came onto my show. Was this not the same girl last year that basically said something along the lines of our Fabulous is nothing, and I had an interview with her 6 years ago and she's exactly where I left her. I was in capital extra. She's a loser or whatever. I'm just paraphrasing. You can't insult someone 5 times. You have spent most of your career insulting our Fabulous. And then all of a sudden, you now want to say one good thing and everybody should clap for you. Like, oh my God, Zeze, like you actually said something nice about her today. Wow, like you're so nice. You are so nice. Girl, bye. Bye. Like, do you know what? Yeah, I get people trying to change and people trying to evolve. But you can't erase like 5-6 years. You can't erase that. You can't erase 5-6 years of you being the biggest bully in the UK. You can't do that. So what are you talking about? Even guys, even last year, what like it's girl, proceed.
Money. I'm not friends with Lani, but I let her know about Lani. Okay, so there's always this narrative of, oh, Zeze, she's mean, she's this, she's not a girl's girl. But the girls that pretend to be girls, you're not really girls. Because if you was a girl's girl, you would just keep it as we don't chat to each other and we leave it at that. But you do all these sly things since we stopped talking.
And this is what I'm saying. You throw stones and you hide your hand. You throw stuff. You know, it's only last year this girl made a dig at me, or you think I didn't clock when the whole Kendrick Lamar thing happened and you were trying to call me stupid. You say you're a girl's girl, but we should just leave. So when it comes to me, because this is the thing, I be quiet. I don't be saying much, but you can indirect me and make sneaky remarks to me. But then when I decide to say a little something, MJ should just pretend like she can't see it and keep it stepping. Oh no, baby. Zeze was making indirects at me just last year.
Socially as well, you're just on shaking your arm. I just wanted to say that over the last 2 days, I've seen all the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl breakdowns. And if one thing that I've learned in the last couple of days, actually from the beginning of this whole beef between Drake and Kendrick, is that it was very telling about who people sided with, their breakdowns and stuff, the level of intellect each person had. And what I'm trying to say is, if you have come on the internet and you've kind of fixed your mouth to say, oh, the performance was blah, or it was this, or it was that, and especially if you're a Black person, it's confirmed to me that intellectually we're not on the same level. Creatively, we're not on the same level. Because there's 2 things can be true. Like, you can look at something and be like, oh, that wasn't to my tasting. But to come on the internet and say that the performance was blah, or that it was just mediocre, or it was just not giving, it just lets me know that creatively you're like here, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Because that is a high frequency of creativity. And if you also, as a Black person, cannot understand the bigger picture of that performance, it lets me know that
creatively I'm here. She said creatively I'm here, because that was the indirect, guys. If you don't know, my conversation about Kendrick Lamar was one of the biggest conversations that came out of the Super Bowl, period. I was getting dog power. People did not agree with what I said. That's fine, whatever. Zeze again jumped on the bandwagon. Creatively, I'm here. Intellectually, I'm here. The question I have for Zeze Millz, where has your intellect got you to? If you are more intelligent than me, my question to you, Zeze, is where has your intellect got you? Because all I'm seeing is big words and a B&Q curtain. Let's finish this off.
Girls. Because if you was a girl's girl, you would just keep it as we don't chat to each other and we leave it at that. but you do all these sly things since we stopped talking. And again, what I just don't understand is what this obsession is if people trying to pop my shit down. I don't even understand why this is a discussion. Your set looks like your set because it suits you, and my set looks like my set because it suits me. Why are you now online trying to pop my down?
Don't do that. And I think for me, you can't spend the last however long you've been in this industry coming for people, coming for people's character, coming for people's music, coming for people's work, coming for people. Like that's your brand, Zeze. And then you're confused as to why I feel the way I feel about you and why a lot of people feel the way they feel about you. It's very confusing. It's not obsession because nobody came for you. I have never came for you. Before you decided to jump on the internet to make shady remarks about me that wasn't true, I have never come for you. You started this and I'm finishing it. That's all it is. So I'm confused as to what you are saying on Instagram. That I'm not a girls. Why would I be a girls to someone that has spent the last 2-3 years making little digs and indirects at me when I have not even done anything to you because you thought it was cool to jump on the everybody hates Madam Joyce bandwagon. Right, before we leave, let's leave on a happier note, okay? I mean, I'm happy anyways, but let's leave on a happier note. Some of you bad boys and girls have some really cool things to say in the community. There's someone I really want to shout out. I love this comment. Hey Joyce, this is a long shot, but here I go. I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you since you and Shy are just in the box. You're honestly amazing and such a creative and phenomenal human being, and honestly been a catalyst in my development, not only as a person, but as a main character. I'm running for head boy in my school. I'm 17, by the way, young, lit, and sexy, and I was wondering if you can advocate for me. My name is How Sue, by the way. I forgot to add that in the beginning. Anyways, love you, Big Joycey. Guys, listen up. I don't know where you are watching from, but if you do not vote for Hausu for head boy, we're going to have a problem. Hausu is number one bad boy in this. Make sure you vote up because he is intelligent, he is fly, he is cool, and he is a young superstar. Vote for Hausu. Ask about me. It's Big MJ. Hausu's approved, period. Guys, so officially we are making Tuesday Dilemma Day. Tuesdays is going to be Dilemma Day, so please make sure that you send in your dilemmas. We have a questionnaire in the comments and I am sorting out my phone. So guys, sorry, that is the end of the episode. I know we have spent a lot addressing certain things, but things needed to be said and I don't feel a type of way. This is daily and consistent. So if you want more, make sure you tune in on Friday where we have our Friday show, end of the week. See you guys later. I love you so much. Mwah.